I grew up in a tiny town in Pennsylvania called Dunridge Hollow. You won't find it on many maps. Just a few thousand people, a church, a gas station, and the annual 4th of July carnival, our claim to fame. People from neighboring towns would drive in for it. We had food trucks, games, music, and the fireworks. Always the fireworks. They set them off from the edge of Grayson Quarry, a huge pit just outside town that had been abandoned since the 70s. It made a great viewing area, natural amphitheater. But there were always stories. The quarry was supposedly cursed. Native burial ground, chemical spill, even some miner who fell down a shaft and kept screaming for days. Just stories. Or so I thought. The disaster didn't start with an explosion. It started with a discovery. A few days before the 4th, I was volunteering with the setup crew, hanging flags, setting up caution tape around the quarry's edge. That's when we found it. One of the old concrete outbuildings, a storage shed near the blast line, had caved in from beneath. A sinkhole or something. Except it wasn't a sinkhole. There was a tunnel. It wasn't on any maps. Looked hand-dug. Old wood supports, blackened with age. The air that came out of it was cold, not cool cold, like it had never felt sunlight. One of the guys, Halpers, the kind of guy who drinks Red Bull for breakfast and thinks ghost stories are for city people, went in with a flashlight. He didn't come back for 10 minutes. When he did, he wasn't right. He was pale, sweating, wouldn't talk, just muttered something about eyes and the stone that breathes. He didn't show up again after that. Not for setup, not for the fireworks. We should have shut the whole thing down. But you know how it is. Money talks, and fireworks don't pay for themselves. July 4th came fast. The town was buzzing. People packed into the fairgrounds, kids in face paint, teenagers sneaking drinks behind the corn dog booths. The local fire department gave the all clear. No one mentioned the tunnel. I saw the police chief myself. He looked tense, but he said it was just old drainage. At 9 p.m. sharp, they began the countdown. 10, 9, 8. But before we got to 1, something strange happened. The ground trembled. Just a little, like a truck going by. People laughed it off. Then the fireworks launched. And that's when the screaming started. The fireworks were wrong. They didn't go straight up. Some of them veered off midair. One exploded too low, raining sparks on the crowd. I saw a father shielding his kid from a burning chunk of magnesium. Panic started. People backed away from the viewing area. But that's when the second explosion hit. From beneath the quarry, it was like the earth itself coughed up fire. A fissure opened near the edge of the pit. Red light poured out of it. But it wasn't fire. It was something wet, pulsing, like it was alive. And then the sound came. It wasn't a scream. It wasn't a roar. It was a voice. In all our heads at once. You forgot. The town said it was a firework accident, a powder misfire, 17 injured, 3 dead, including a teen who fell into the quarry. That's what the papers said. But if you were there, you know that's not the truth. Dozens were missing. My friend Jen still hasn't been found. The kid with the flag cape? Gone. The fireworks contractor? They found his truck. The keys still in the ignition, engine idling, windshield cracked from the inside. Halpers? His house was open when I checked the next day. No blood, no signs of a struggle. Just a single sentence scrawled on his bathroom mirror in black ash. The pit remembers. I blacked out. I don't know for how long. When I came to, I was near the tunnel entrance. Everyone else was gone. No people, no sounds, just ashes in the air. I stumbled forward. That red glow was still there, but dimmer now, flickering like candlelight. And from inside the tunnel, something was moving, crawling. It looked vaguely human, tall, bent at the spine with long limbs and no face. just rough, pale skin stretched tight like parchment. It didn't speak, but I could feel what it wanted. It wasn't angry, it was hungry, and the fireworks had woken it. It's been a year now. The quarry's off limits, fenced up, but I've seen the glow at night, just beneath the surface, like a spark still burning. They say next year they'll move the fireworks to the high school field, but I heard a kid say something strange last week. He said he found a rock in his backyard, smooth, black, warm to the touch, and when he held it to his ear, he swore he heard music. Not the good kind. Drums, chanting, like something was getting ready, waiting. Because you can change the date, you can move the show, but the hollow remembers, and the pit is still hungry. That was the forgotten fireworks. If you're heading to a 4th of July celebration this year, maybe don't stand too close to the edge. Some pits don't stay buried, and some sparks never go out. Until next time, welcome to the Shadow Hour.